It took me probably 4 times to finally beat Great Ape Vegeta, and considering how much everybody has hyped up how difficult it is online, I honestly wasn't surprised with how difficult he actually was. Well, if you'll give me 5 minutes of your time, I'll share with you the strategy I used to beat him. Other people who have defeated him probably used a very similar strategy. It's a hit and run kind of thing that you gotta do. See, in this battle, you don't get your ultimate. I learned that the hard way, placing all my bets on being able to use the Spirit Bomb, and then come to find out it wasn't in my inventory. So you cannot plan around using an ultimate attack. 9 times out of 10, at the very beginning of the battle, he is going to shoot his mouth blast at you. The first thing you need to do, whether he shoots that attack at you or not, is hold down that guard button. When the fight starts, you're holding the guard button before it even begins. He's going to blast you, you're going to guard it, and now your first objective is to put distance between you and Vegeta. I fly up and back at the same time. That way I don't back myself against a wall. If he chases you, block. If he shoots a blast at you, block. Do not punch at him. Just hold that block button. Just take the shots and then get away from him. Keeping distance between you and Vegeta is imperative to this strategy working. If you punch at him, you're going to get swatted like a fly. Any chance that you can make, charge into sparking mode. If he shoots an attack, stop charging and block. Prioritize blocking his attacks over anything else. If you can get into sparking mode, your punches flinch him, and then you can charge him and punch successfully. You can beat him to death after that. It would be a good idea to learn Goku's combos and be able to actually do some real damage and keep your combo going as long as possible. And if you can get behind him, you've got him right where you want him. Now, when you notice that your sparking mode is almost out, if you have a good chance to shoot it, shoot a Kamehameha. But if you have to block, then block. See, in that moment, I shot a Kamehameha at the wrong time. Another thing to consider, Solar Flare. Then he will not be locked onto you, and then you can run without him following you. It's risky, but it's worth it if you can pull it off. First thing you want to do if you do Solar Flare him is hide behind some rocks. He'll still find you eventually, but here you can take a chance to charge all the way into sparking. Once you get into sparking mode, rush him. He'll do his little barrier and stuff, but just keep punching. Break his guard, you can flinch him, do as many combos as you can. Eat away at his health. So your priorities are putting distance between you and him, blocking all of his attacks. Those are the two #1 priorities, being defensive. You want to use the Solar Flare if you get a good opportunity, and that'll give you a chance to charge into sparking. If you can charge into sparking without the Solar Flare, then don't worry about it. If you feel like the fight's not going in the right direction, then go ahead and hit retry and just start over. Try to get the first minute of the battle is going to be the most important part in determining how the rest of it's going to go. If he gets the jump on you, then you may as well go ahead and retry. But if you can get away from him at the very beginning of the battle and get some ki charged up, then you've got the best chance that you're going to get at winning this. He's going to shoot that blast constantly. He does not let up. So in his face, I blocked his blast and did a Solar Flare, and now I can get away and charge. I don't have any blast gauges, but it's almost fully charged. So now I can go into sparking, and now I can go offensive. He still hasn't locked onto me. So I just charge him and get the best combo in that I can think to get. Whether you're in sparking or not, stay defensive if he shoots that blast. And I had a good chance to do the Kamehameha right there. That was a good shot. And while he was down, I was able to charge into sparking again. That was lucky. He stayed away from me long enough. There's the Solar Flare. That's the best thing you could possibly want, is a Solar Flare that you can charge. Oh, we're attacking the Tenderloins. Getting above him seemed to be something good in this moment, because once he shot his blast, it didn't hit me, of course. But you saw how I had my guard up. Then I got down next to him, and Solar Flare. That was my chance to get away. And see, in that moment, I realized I was against the barrier of the stage. I couldn't just run, and I went ahead and just shot a Kamehameha. Since he wasn't locked onto me, I knew he was wide open. And so after that, I just committed to blocking again. You have to look for his openings. Right after he attacks, he's open for a second or two. Now, shooting a Kamehameha back at him was just out of desperation. His health was low, so then I just shot a couple of Ki Blasts. You just have to use your own judgment on stuff like that. If you can catch an opening and shoot a Kamehameha, do it. I don't recommend shooting normal Ki Blasts at him unless he's really low on health, like in that moment. So your top priorities are blocking and putting distance. You have to be defensive enough to acquire enough blast gauges and ki to do those things. So that's why blocking and putting distance between you and him are the #1 priorities. Your ultimate goal is to activate sparking mode, and then you can face him head to head. And keep in mind that this is the normal difficulty. This is not the lowered difficulty. A true Saiyan will not lower the difficulty. But if you ever have to lower the difficulty, it just is what it is. There's no judgment there. I didn't want to do that because there are less rewards with lowering the difficulty. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you can defeat Great Ape Vegeta. Thanks for watching.
Consider that a little farewell present.